Alright, family and friends, I'm going to take you along my journey today, and this is going to be pretty fun because I'm using my sticky pole, is what I always call it, to shoot this video so I can drive and talk and actually pay attention, which is kind of nice. So I'm just leaving my crib here really fast, and I'm actually heading to what I would call this video, I would say, is the day your business becomes a real business and not just a hobby. Okay, so what would the day that what would the day be that your business becomes no longer a hobby, essentially? All right, and for me, you know, as an entrepreneur, I've realized this. It was actually about a year ago when I got my business set up properly, and I realized my business was a hobby before that. Okay, and the way that your business is a hobby is if you're just, you know, dabbling a little bit and dabbling, you know, trying to make some money online or trying to make some money in your direct sales business and all that good stuff. But when your business becomes real is when your mindset shifts to the reality of, I need to set up my business properly so when I take in this money that I actually know what I'm doing with it, and I'm actually distributing it properly to myself and setting it up to where I can save my tax benefits the best, protect my business the best, and actually have a business that people respect. So what has to take place in your life, and what kind of deal do you have to do to make your business reality versus just a hobby, and make it real, and real to the other people who are looking in? What you have to do is you have to set it up as a business. So therefore making it an LLC. Now, I didn't have my business an LLC for such a long time when I started out, which I was doing self-employment, which actually is a lot more money in taxes. It's actually about 30% in taxes that your income goes back out, instead of about 15% or something like that. Don't quote me, I'm not a tax advice person, but what I'm doing today and why I'm thinking of this and the reality of this setup is cool is I'm actually going to the bank right now to set up our new checking account for our Internet Lifestyle Network, because we've been running it as more of a hobby than a multi-million-dollar future business, okay? Because we've had money coming in and out of Mark and I's account and things like that, and the reality is we just need one account, all the money to go to one LLC, and everything to happen beautifully. So we had to get an LLC set up, we got to get this checking account set up, we have to get, you know, all of our taxes set up and things like that. We have to start paying ourselves properly, because when you're setting yourself up, what you do is you set your LLC up. It's actually you turn it into an S corp, but you set it up to where you're paying yourself monthly as if you were an employee of the company. So the cool thing is, when people, you know, there's a few great benefits to this, okay? For one, it's tax benefit, because you're only going to be paying whatever you pay yourself as an employee, and then you can take all the money out at the end of the year or whatever you want to do with that money. But if you're a real business, then you're going to keep money inside of the business, so you have money for expenses and things like that as well. But the other main thing is it protects you, because as you grow a huge business, it's inevitable that there's going to be ruthless people out here who are money hungry, who are just failure mentalities, where like, oh, the world's just, it's all about, you know, the world's down on me and blah blah blah. So people threaten to sue you, they'll threaten to do all these things, and then when people sue you, all they can sue is the LLC. So therefore your money, your income is protected. So it's inevitable, becoming $1 billion company in the future, that people are going to try to sue us because we have a bunch of money. Alright, and that's just the reality of what happens when you create a big business. You have to set yourself up and be prepared for things like that, because we know the reality of life is, unfortunately, there's just ugly people. Now, I would rather be in the position of worrying about stuff like that, going after my own dreams and my own goals, than allowing another company to worry about that stuff, and then me have to be the puppet strings of that company, right? So I would rather be in this situation and in these roles than be you know, working for somebody, because I can make my own income, I can make my own goals, I can make my own reality, I can make my own dream life, just like you guys can here at the Internet Lifestyle Network. So that's the beauty of what we're doing around here. So as an affiliate of the Internet Lifestyle Network, we always recommend that you get set up as an LLC, because regardless, you know, you can create a crazy income with the Internet Lifestyle Network, but if you do something down the road, you know, that maybe is not right, or maybe, you know, like I said, sometimes when it is right and people still want to sue you, you're still going to have to back yourself up. So you need to protect that. You need to protect your family too, because when people go after you and they sue you, they're going to go after your homes, they're going to go after your checks, they're going to go after your bank account, they're going to go after everything. And if you don't have an LLC set up, and you're doing it properly, where you're paying yourself the distributions properly like this, then you're screwed, okay? They're going to get all your money, all right? And, you know, maybe you'll win the battle, but the lawyer fees are going to cost you $20,000 to $30,000, you know what I'm saying? So if you're going to go into a battle with somebody, it's going to cost a lot of money. And so the reality is, you know, as an affiliate, you're probably not going to run in this issue because, you know, you're just one person. You know, like with the Internet Lifestyle Network, we're probably going to run into this because we're going to be a huge company. But like I said, I love that because I'd rather be in the position where people are thinking, you know, trying to come after us because we are such a big company, because we are making such a difference and we are making such an impact in people's lives, right? And that's the only reason people go after people is because of that. You know, so the reality is, you know, as I'm going to my bank here today, I'm setting up a new checking account for the Internet Lifestyle Network, so we have it properly set up, the distributions are all set up and all that good stuff. So that's why I just love this whole company. This whole just base of everything is like the transparency and the realism of like what we're doing is like no other companies teach you how to set up your taxes properly. You know what I'm saying? No other companies actually care about what happens to your money after they distribute it to you, because they only care about what comes into their company. We want to make sure that you know everything, because reality is we don't even want you to be affiliates of the Internet Lifestyle Network only. In the future, we want you to start your own companies. We want this just to be the platform and the foundation where you can always have a really nice sustainable income, you know, over here in the back end. But then the reality is once you start making, you know, $10,000 to, you know, maybe $25,000 a month or whatever, which is so attainable here at the Internet Lifestyle Network, one customer can bring you $15,000. You know, it's crazy. But when you start making that kind of money on a monthly basis, I mean, your creative mind is going to open up, because your gifts will only open up when you start creating an amazing income. And when you start creating an amazing income, you start thinking of business ideas, you start thinking of ideas that are going to literally save the world, create a better lifestyle for the world. That's what the Internet Lifestyle Network is. It's just an idea that was created in my mind to help you guys literally live a better lifestyle, right? Which is saving this world, because the economy is so garbage right now that the reality is we know that we can switch it. We know we can flip it. You know what I'm saying? And we can flip it for millions and millions and millions of people. So it's just a beautiful situation. So that's the thing. Like, you need to get set up now to turn your business into a real business instead of a hobby. Now, below this video, I'm going to put a link to, it's what we call our tax ninja. It's just somebody who sets it up here for us at the Internet Lifestyle Network, Snow Saxman. And many of you guys met her at our live event. She's amazing. Now, here's the difference between somebody who will set you up and just leave you versus somebody who will set you up properly and get you going on the right track. Here's what happened to me. When I set up my LLC, I got set up in Nevada, which is a great place to get set up for tax purposes. There's also Florida for tax purposes and all that good stuff. You'll see Snow will tell you everything. Snow will hook you up on that aspect as well. But you're going to find out that, where was I even going with this? Oh, getting somebody to set you up isn't just setting you up, okay? Because I got set up as an LLC. I paid $1,500 to set it up, and Snow's not that much money, by the way. But I got $1,500 to set it up, and they just left me hanging. So I had to go find out what I needed to do. I never got my stuff distributed properly. I never got anything right. So I ended up having to pay tons of fees this last year for 2012. I paid like a $2,000 fee, a $3,000 fee, a $1,000 fee, because there's so many different fees that you end up getting screwed on when you start not doing stuff right with the IRS, right? And so I just didn't know. It wasn't my fault. It's not anybody's fault who gets screwed with the IRS. It's actually the IRS's fault, because they're, you know, whatever. They say they put stuff out there for everybody to understand and know, but the reality is it's BS. So anyways, I'm just saying, if you want to turn your business from a hobby into a real business, you need to get your LLC set up. And it's actually fun getting your LLC set up, because you even feel better when you do it. And when I created my LLC, it actually made me more money, because my mind opened up my reality to a real business. right? And because when you're just doing a sole proprietorship, you think you can literally think to yourself that, oh, it's just, you know, whatever, you know, sole proprietor, I'm just making money, I'm trying to make money or whatever. But when you turn yourself into an LLC, there's something that shifts in your brain that says it's time to do this. And so when I set up my LLC, literally, I mean, my income went crazy. All right? And, you know, to the reality of everything in your mindset, you know, in life, it's literally about what you've created around you. So if you create a business model around you that is a sole proprietor, and that's all there is to it, then you're only going to make sole proprietor income. I don't know many sole proprietors who make that great of money. Okay? That's just the reality. And because when you start making money, you realize that you're wasting a lot of damn money, and you're giving it all back to the government, and who knows where the hell that money's going. You know what I'm saying? It's going to their amazing dinners that cost millions of dollars that they're putting on for just the hell of it, to be foo-foo or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, the reality is, I want to keep as much money as possible, and that's what Snow helps us do. But then the reality is, you need to set yourself up for protection as well. And then in the eyes of your customers, if you're planted, right, you gotta understand, to make a lot of money in business, you have to be able to really bring your heart and your mind and literally plant it inside of other people's minds and hearts. And so think about to yourself, would you trust you, right? Would you trust you to do business with? Okay? And if you don't, then you need to upgrade your wisdom, you need to upgrade your life, because then you can get to a point where you trust yourself to do business with other people, okay? And that's why people aren't successful, is because when they're actually communicating and they're bringing a message out to the world, people can feel that you're not set up right. People can feel that you're not serious about what you're doing. People can feel that you don't really have the wisdom inside of you that's going to allow that person that you're trying to help out go to the next level. Now, here at the Internet Lifestyle Network, it's a little bit different because you're leveraging our videos, you're leveraging our wisdom, you're leveraging Mark's 8-figure success, you're leveraging my success story, you're leveraging just all the success stories of all the people in the network. So it's a little bit different. You get to leverage us in that sense, in that light. But the reality is, people aren't going to believe in you until they feel that whatever you have inside of you and whatever you have surrounding you is legit. So turning your business from a hobby, right, into a real business starts with an LLC. So the day that your business, and the day that I can take you seriously myself, is the day that you have an LLC. That's all there is to it. So when I find out that Snow set up such and such and such and such, like Steve Barnes, and I don't know how many other people have been set up, but a lot of you guys are getting set up, and I'm super proud of you guys. I just know Steve Barnes because he's always on video, and he's got the new corporation called BizNut, which is really cool, and it works for Steve perfectly. But I know there's many of you guys who are getting set up as well, like Edie. I could go on and on. I forget how many people have it, but I think like at least 20 or 30 of you guys maybe have gotten set up already, which I'm super proud of you, because that just doesn't happen in companies. You know, companies will just let their sole proprietors roll. You know, and we have like, I think about 1,000 affiliates signed up, and then in our network we have about a couple thousand people. So we're doing pretty good, as far as we've never really made this message strong, like you need to get it done and you have to get it done. But today I really want to drive it home, because as I'm coming to my bank here today, I realized that I didn't take my business seriously until I became an LLC. So I don't think you're going to take your business seriously until you become an LLC as well. And you don't have to create income. All right, listen to this. You don't have to create a bunch of income to make it worth it, okay? That's the thing. People think you need to create a bunch of income to make it worth it, but the reality is every single dollar that you make is going to get taxed 30% as a sole proprietor, or 15% if you're an LLC. That's just average numbers. I'm not a tax advice person, but I'm just telling you what I've experienced. Okay, so you don't have to be making $30,000 in income to make it worth it. You don't have to make it even $10,000 or $5,000. Every single dollar. Okay, so just imagine every dollar that you make, 30 cents of that going away to the government. Well, wouldn't you rather only 15 cents of that going away to the government? Okay, so I don't need to hard sell you on the fact of getting set up, but I just want to like get your mind ready and set to actually have a business that explodes. Now you're going to find out, just us setting up our business here at the Internet Lifestyle Network properly as a company, and having the own checking account and having this all right and distributed properly, it'll all be done. We got our LLC about a month ago, but it'll all be done and set proper today, right? So we're like set up. now, and just watch the growth as it gets set up properly, as we turn this vision into a real, you know, reality of business, right? Because really, when you start out, you know, it's kind of cool to have a vision or whatever, but, you know, we were already kind of successful in our own right, Mark and I, so we were like, let's just see what happens with this vision. I mean, we knew, like, I knew personally that it was going to happen for sure, but Mark's always, you know, Mark's been in business for so long, he's seen so many people come to him with ideas, and, hey, this is going to be a bazillion-dollar idea or whatever, but now he's seeing the reality of our fruits turning into what I knew it could count, what I knew could happen, right? Clifton Hatfield, he's always been behind me. He's our other co-founder here. He's always known this was going to be like that. But Mark's he's got the wisdom to understand that so many people have came to him with business ideas, and they just haven't done what they said they were going to do. You know what I'm saying? So the reality is, you know, Mark now is seeing the fruits of our labor, the vision come into fruition, and the reality is it's time. It's time to just rock this out and be legit with it and go crazy. That's why Mark's doing a video of it every single day, which is insane. Like, just nothing he's ever done since maybe he started. I don't even know if he did a video a day when he even started. So it's just a powerful situation. So I just wanted to get that message out to you as I'm about to literally right now walk into my bank and set up the checking account for the Internet Lifestyle Network. It's going to be a super powerful situation to just have it and just feel good. Like, everything is just it's good. It's ready to rock and roll. You know what I'm saying? And, like, money's going in that checking to go back out to you guys to just blah. It's just great stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just feels good. It's gonna make all of us here at the co-founders just feel better, just because everything's just so much more organized on this side of the things. And, you know, the reality is we're setting our business up to become the billion-dollar company vision that I want in the next 3 to 5 years. You know, multi-million, I think. We'll hit the multi-million mark. You know, the goal is to hit it by the end of 2013. That's our goal. And, you know, we're going to shoot for that all day long. But there's no question in my mind that in 2014, you know, we'll be doing it. All right, fam. I was saying there's no question in my mind that in 2014, we're going to be doing over $2 million a month, which therefore will be sending out $1 million a month to our affiliates. So it's going to be a super powerful situation. Looks like I need to get my shave on, but it's all gravy train. Here's the deal, fam. Get your business set up. Turn it into a real business. Stop making it a hobby, and you'll be surprised on how much more success you have, because the people who you're communicating with will realize that you're serious about taking action in your life and your business. So much love. Have a beautiful day. No matter if it's night or day, I just want you to have an amazing, amazing time with your family if you're around them. And just share this message with the world. Comment below. Share it with other people if you think it's a good one and you want them to get set up right. And other than that, we got nothing but love. Get back to the person who shared this with you if they wanted to share some value with you. And they'll teach you a little bit about what the Internet Lifestyle Network's all about, but all they're going to do is send you to one of the videos that we've set up where you can leverage and you can understand how you can have success online as well and be able to, you know, tear it up regardless if you're in any kind of business, because we teach you how to leverage the Internet regardless. So much love, have a beautiful day, and we'll see you on the next video.